But Jonathan, and you're up there, I just feel like everybody's got to take a deep breath, including some of the brethren. I don't know if you're a Patriot fan, but some of the Pat fans. It's like, what are you worried about what Tom Brady thinks here? You got a chance. First of all, you didn't take long to rebuild, so just be happy about that. And then you're worried about what Brady says, whether he has a dog in the fight. Can we just take a chill pill?
Well, just to give you some perspective, I mean, in Boston, it's basically a religious thing. Like, I remember in 2013, after the bombing, and David Ortiz said, "This is our effing city," there was, I felt, an unbelievably powerful effect that basically won the team the World Series. I mean, there was nobody on that 2013 Red Sox team. Nobody. You want to talk, there's no good players at all besides David Ortiz that you would care to mention. But the energy was immaculate. Now, the Patriots, oh my God. Like, I personally am happy about this a little bit because basically Tom Brady is as close to deified as one could be locally.
Yeah.
But I always felt, and I still feel, I haven't talked to you about that, and I'm kind of, as much as I love Belichick and I love Kraft and I love Brady, but deep down, I always felt that it had really nothing to do with any of them. And I've always been, that's why I've been trying to get out of the New England sports. I've become a Mets fan. I've become a Jets fan. And not out of disloyalty. All my family gets it because we've been kind of binging here. And it would be wonderful to see the Jets and the Knicks and the Mets win in a genuine way.
Absolutely.
Because, like, I realized this. When I grew up in New England, it was before the internet. It was old times, you know. I genuinely thought Yankees were evil. And that and anybody who roots for them must be somehow suspect. And to me, it was the greatest moment of my life when they came back, and infinitely more than any World Series. They came back, man. It was the most beautiful thing in my life.
No, I understand that.
And it was an energy. Yeah, but
it was a changing of it was obviously, I mean, a century of relief, but also just the changing of the tide. Maybe didn't totally know it at the time, but it was a huge, obviously, dethroning.
Oh God! If you want to talk, because the weird thing is for me, all the years the Red Sox, because I moved to Long Island in the late '90s, so I was away from Boston completely. And when I fell to the underground territory, and there was this, so I moved recently back to Massachusetts. And after 20 years, there's this unbelievable feeling of an exorcism has taken place. So much so that I've done this experiment. I talk to people under the age of 25. They're wearing a Red Sox hat. I come up to them. Most of them have never even heard of the idea of a curse of the Bambino. Not that it's been cured. It never was a thing at all. This is where champions come from. But your guy made a great call because I always felt that the fans were magnifying Brady. Every year, he got better.
Yeah.
He got better and better. And it's like, you know what he's like? To me, he's like Rocky. They each have 7 chapters, 7 titles for Brady. 7, right. And if you look at the progression, Rocky is a underdog. He's not even that good of a boxer. He's just a guy that doesn't blow it, which is what Brady did for the first 4 seasons.
Yeah, certainly when he first came in, and then obviously that undefeated team, which we know lost in the Super Bowl, and he got Randy Moss, and then he became a more explosive passer because he had one of the great vertical threats, if not greatest of all time, at his disposal. I just think the bigger focus should be about the game and not about what Tom Brady or whom Tom Brady is rooting for when he sits down with some hot blonde that's in her 20s to watch this freaking game on Sunday. I feel like the Patriot fans are just kind of the reaction that I have seen. Maybe I'm wrong. From Patriot fans. Whether it was something that I said where they have this easy road to get to the Super Bowl and they were all hot and bothered by that, or the stuff that Brady says, you would think the Patriots haven't won a championship in 40 years because they're so defensive and tense. It's like, come on. He's had the quickest rebuild in the history of rebuilds. Go sit down and talk to a Jet fan for 5 minutes.